Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Heart Healthy Hustle podcast show. I'm your host, Jonathan Frederick, and I am glad you're here. On this show, I talk with industry-leading experts about connecting with others, impacting your niche, and striving to live the best life possible. It's all about sparking meaningful conversations around business ownership and entrepreneurship. The Heart Healthy Hustle show is about finding connection with proactive peers and navigating a healthy work life with full autonomy. So whether you're driving to or from work right now, exercising, eating, or just relaxing, come hang out and get ready to enjoy another inspiring episode of the Heart Healthy Hustle show. This is your host, Jonathan Frederick. I am coming to you today. This is what I call a midweek special episode. It is Wednesday, August 15th, 2018. Can you believe it? Already August. Man, just a quick update with you guys. I traveled about 2 weeks ago to see my family, and it was a great time. Came back to home base and getting ready to come out with some exciting stuff, guys. I have a new intro coming out. We're going to be giving some stuff away, and I'm excited. Let's get into the preface for the midweek special episode. I had the opportunity to interview this guest actually quite recently, and this is an entrepreneur who essentially is taking the world by storm, and I am not just saying that. It's quite incredible to watch her on her journey and how quickly she's progressing in life and everything like that. There's a lot we can learn from this entrepreneur. It's a shorter episode just because this guest's time is incredibly short and we could only do an interview for about 20 minutes or so. We had to make the most of that time and try to listen to this episode when you have the capacity to take some notes on it at the same time. But if not, listen to it while you're driving, re-listen to it later so you can take some notes and garner some of these incredibly valuable lessons you're about to learn. Thanks again for your support. I'm so pumped, for everything that's going on with the show. Wow. Just can't thank you guys enough for all the reviews. We've got a lot of things, a lot of kinks I'm working through right now. We've consistently posted an episode every single week as I've committed to in the past and I'm still committed to. So stay tuned on those. And occasionally, like I said, I'm going to be coming out with some midweek special episodes, even a Saturday drop occasionally. So stay tuned, check in. If you guys like these midweek episodes, let me know. If you have my number, text me. You can email me at jonathan@thehearthealthyhustle.com, and I'll be happy to get back to you and just hear your feedback on the show, any recommendations you may have, any people who you think will be a great fit for the show. Please don't hesitate to let me know. Always looking for new guests for the show. And on that note, I want to express my gratitude to you if you are somebody who has already connected me with people for the show. Shout out to Walt. So Walt, if you're listening to this, thank you for connecting me with some guests, and I really appreciate that. And can't thank you guys enough for listening. Without further ado, get ready for another inspiring episode.
The Heart Healthy Hustle with Joy and Uncle Jon.
Welcome back to another inspiring episode of the Heart Healthy Hustle podcast. Today's episode is going to be very different in format. We're just going to have a free-flowing show today. The reason is we have two guests. One guest, they're both my nieces, so we have Joy and Natalie. So Joy, go ahead and say hi and just tell them one of your favorite things right now.
Hi. I love playing with my sister Claire and Natalie and painting.
Wonderful. So what's this you have here? You also have your own microphone, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so is this what kind of microphone do you have?
We recorded and it's a Daniel Tiger microphone, and I'm going to show you how we record it.
Awesome. So you're going to teach me a thing or two about recording on microphones.
Yes.
So go ahead and show me how your Daniel Tiger microphone works.
We push this, then we sing in it like this, then we push this, then like this, or we can do this, and then do that, and then do this, or sing the same song, and then do that.
Wow, so you just recorded and played back twice. One of them was actually with an audio track at the same time. High five. Joy, you have a lot of good knock-knock jokes. I know that from experience. Let's go ahead and do a knock-knock joke for the audience. Does that sound good?
Yes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Goo goo gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga who?
Goo goo gaga goo goos.
Ha ha! You heard it here first, folks. What's that? Yeah, you enjoy painting right now. What have you been painting lately? Anything special?
Yes, and I have a special box too at my home, and I didn't bring it here, so Nanny couldn't get all of my special stuff.
Oh, I see. So what kind of stuff you have in that book?
No, my special box, not book.
Oh, box. What do you got in your special box?
Like some ponies and princesses, and I keep like, what is that belt for?
That's mine. I left it hanging on the door.
Why?
So that it's ready when I need to wear it next time.
Is it only for belt trips?
Exactly. That's the only time I use a belt is when I'm going on belt trips. Yep.
Belt trips?
Yep.
You said belt trips.
It's funny because the belt has anchors on it.
Knock knock flowers.
Oh, who's there?
Goo goo.
Wow. So Joy, and share with the audience some inspiring things that happened to you. Do you have anything that you like to share, like an inspiring verse that you learned from Cubbies or anything like that?
I eat snacks after we sing at Cubbies. Then first I play a game at Cubbies. Then I sing at Cubbies. Then I eat it. Then I do a puzzle. Then I might read a book. And then I eat a snack, and then I see if I can read a book, and then I do a puzzle, and that's all. And then I leave and go back home.
Oh my goodness.
And sometimes Uncle and Aunt Bird take me, but sometimes my mommy or daddy takes me sometimes.
What do you want to say to them on the podcast? Do you want to say anything? Say hi.
Hi.
I'm very impressed with your Daniel Tiger microphone setup. So if I wanted to record a show and put it on the internet, do you know how I could do that?
No.
Okay. So Joy, what do you think helps a business owner when they have a business and they have a family and they have a lot going on? What are some things that you think that you would recommend for them to do?
Get a dog.
Why is that?
I don't know.
That's a nice thing to say. Joy, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here, okay? Does that sound good?
Yes.
How old are you?
4.
So you're not 5, you're 4.
I'm just 4, not 4.5 yet.
Okay, not 4.5 yet. So when do you turn 4.5?
In February 3rd, and my birthday is after everyone else's birthday.
Cool. I know you're really excited. You love to be 4. So because you're 4, I want to ask you some questions that you have expertise on, which would be, what do you think is the number one thing holding you back from becoming an entrepreneur?
Doing preschool only when I'm free.
Oh, okay. Good answer. So what's the best advice that you ever received from either mommy or daddy? What's the best advice that you ever got?
What does that mean?
Basically, what is the best lesson that you ever learned in your life so far?
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of good lessons like sharing, right? And playing and having fun with your sisters. You're really good. You're a good big sister.
With my sisters.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you do a really good job with that. I'm really proud of you. Is there ever a question that you wish people would ask you?
Yes. My mommy and I say, Joy, come here. It's time to eat a snack. Or like, Joy, come here. It's time to go to bed. Or like, Joy, come here. It's time to get dressed. It's time to put your jammies on. It's time to take a nap. It's time to go to sleep.
Great. So is there any questions that you wish that people would ask you?
No.
Okay, well, that's good. It's great.
What does that mean?
What it means is, like, is there any lessons that you ever learned so far?
No.
So what did we do yesterday? You were hanging out with me.
I don't know.
We went to the beach. Okay, so what is something that you're working on right now? You working on any businesses or any projects, anything like that?
No. Only when I'm free I do.
What about now? You're 4. So what are some things that you love to do? You love to color or do you love to paint?
Paint.
What are you painting?
Well, I don't really paint. I like this color.
Oh, really? Okay. What's some of your favorite things to color?
I don't know.
Well, we did yesterday. What were we doing yesterday? The barnyard animals, right?
Oh, yes. I love that. That isn't really coloring. That's games.
Oh, okay. It's like a combination.
It's games and coloring.
Definitely. I don't know what your favorite book is, but I have a good guess. What is the best business book that you have read in the last 6 months? In the last half year, what's the best book that you ever read?
My Princess Finding book and my Nemo Finding book.
Awesome. What was the first one again?
Princess.
Oh, the princess one? Is that cool? The Finding book. So what do you do with those books?
We just find this stuff and read this stuff.
Wow, fantastic. That sounds like so much fun. Do you do those all day?
No, not all day.
What's some of your favorite parts of the day? Snack time?
Yes.
How come?
Because there's a lot of snacks and I like snacks.
Me too. I love snacks. Snacks are like my absolute favorite. What's some of your favorite snacks that you have?
Gummy worms. I don't have gummy worms. I have gummy worms and ice cream. Gummy worms and ice cream. That's what I ate a few days ago.
Yum. That's really sounds delicious.
New Jersey downtown. Crackers and popcorn.
Ooh, crackers and popcorn. That sounds good. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions here. If you woke up tomorrow morning and you still possessed all the experience and knowledge you currently have, but your business had completely disappeared, forcing you to start somewhere, anywhere, from scratch, what would you do?
I don't know.
That's a good answer. I think that's probably the right thing to say. Do you think you want to be a business person like Mommy and Daddy when you grow up?
Yeah.
You like to pick the paint color, right, for the door?
I like the color yellow and pink. Fort Manners has a yellow door.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who picked that door color?
Me.
Yeah, you did. Good job. Isn't it so nice of your daddy to let you pick the door color?
Yes. They were letting me stay and pick the door color and stay at Fort Manor and watch them build the Fort Manor house and pick the door so I could see what will happen and tell my mommy and sister. Claire wasn't born yet. I think Claire was just 1 and a month years old.
Oh, she wasn't born yet?
No, I said I think she was 1 and a month years old, and I think she wasn't born either.
What were some of your favorite things about watching them build?
Yes, was under the house to get the dirt off the house because they would have done a build the floor where the dirt was. Jesse go under the house that was our electric guy.
Okay, we just had a tickle fight there. All right, so Joy, is there anything else you want to say to the audience before we go?
I'm really happy that I talked to you, and I had a great, awesome day.
Thank you, Joy. That's sure everybody's happy to hear that.
I wish you would luck with your business. I want you to be great.
Yeah, high five. Awesome, Joy. Let's do the outro with the Daniel Tiger song. Can you make it play the Daniel Tiger song for us?
Yes.
My name is Daniel Tiger. Daniel Tiger.
Right on, and we're just rocking out to that. That was so fun.
I'm going to put another one on.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Cool.
Make you feel focused and pay attention to your goals.
Thanks, Joy.
Listen to Uncle Jon's podcast. He has a really good podcast.
Thank you.
You're being too good. The Heart Huffy Hustle with Joy and Uncle Jon.
Thank you for listening to the Heart Healthy Hustle podcast. If you made it to the end of this episode, I want to say thank you. And also, I want you to ask yourself why. What about this episode really stood out to you? I want to challenge you to take action on that thing. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate your time and consideration to go ahead and leave a helpful review in iTunes, so it really helps the podcast grow and we can impact even more people who need this. Thank you guys for all of your support, and I will see you in the next episode.